Hello, everyone. Welcome to the WHOAgirl coaching webinar. Today, myself, I'm Christy Smith, for those of you who do not know me, and one of my fellow coaches, Leah. We're going to be talking to you about what we do as a coach, how we make money, the teams that we're a part of, and how you can get started, and if you decide that coaching is right for you. So just to give you a little introduction, like I said, my name is Christy. I've been coaching for just over 2 years. I am someone who's always worn a lot of hats. So I've been a full-time respiratory therapist for the last 9 years. I've been a personal trainer for 12 years. I've been teaching yoga just as long. And I like to do other fun stuff too. Health and fitness has been my passion for a long time. I've just struggled at making a career out of it. And then I stumbled into coaching a couple years ago, and I've helped more people as a coach in the last 2 years than I have my entire personal training career that's lasted over 12. So I live in Southwest Florida with my husband, my 3 kids, and my brother-in-law, who's my Manny Barry Poppins. And currently we are in Ohio for the month, where we are originally from. And that is one of the things that I love about this business, is that I can take my work anywhere and it doesn't feel like work. Yesterday on the 4th of July, I laid by the pool, got some work done, connected with people while my kids played. And that's kind of how I've grown this business, just little pockets of my time when it works for my family. I am a control freak who likes to drive, but since I've done this business, I'll always let somebody else drive because I get so much work done in the car. So one of the things that I always talk about with this coaching gig that I never expected is the community and the sisterhood that's come out of this. I got into this business as a way to get out of the medical field, a way to have more time with my children, a way to have more financial freedom, more time freedom. But the sisterhood and the community has been one of the biggest surprises in this. And I have made friends all over the United States and now in France, because we just recently launched in France. So I have a new French friend, and I just really didn't know that that part of me was missing until I had it. And it's been absolutely amazing. So the reason we're here tonight is to add more women to that sisterhood so that we can continue to pay this forward, so that we can continue to make the world a healthier, happier place, one woman at a time. And we all know women are running this place, so we've got to do it, and we've got to help out the men and the children and everyone else that's relying on us to keep it all together, right? So we're going to talk a little bit next about what we do on a daily basis as coaches. So I'm going to send it over to Leah, let her give you a brief introduction of herself, and then tell you what we do as coaches. All right, all you, Leah.
Hello, everyone. I am Leah, and I am a 37-year-old mother of 2. I live in Ohio with the husband, and we actually just moved back to Ohio from Washington State, where we were for about 12 years. I am a stay-at-home mother and a yoga instructor. I went to school to be an English teacher and then did my student teaching for 7th graders and was like, I'm not going to be an English teacher. So I had to rethink all of that, got into restaurant management. Then, like I said, I became a mother, and the idea of going back to restaurant work once my kids are in preschool, like the idea of that makes me insane. I picked up a lot of bad habits when I was working in restaurants. There are parts that I really love and really miss. And, Christy actually just touched on that. And it was really the community. That's what I miss about it. I miss the community of other restaurant workers. The difference between that community and this community, though, was that community you bonded over hating your job. This community, you're bonding over all positive things. You're bonding over, fitness, nutrition, and again, all things that have just helped me to grow. But again, like I said, thinking about going back to the restaurant industry and back to chain smoking those Marb Reds, which I did for like 10 years, a pack a day, sometimes even cutting off the filter in the back. And it so bad. Anyways, it's been a long journey back to health for me. And anyways, I want to talk a little bit about what we do on a daily basis as coaches, you guys. And the beauty of it is that you're just working on yourself and then sharing it with others. So I wake up in the morning. Right now it's probably about 7:30, and I get my personal development. And you guys, I read a book, and it's so, so important. Your personal development is what gives you the confidence to share this with other people. And you have to get it out there. So that is key. That is key. Secondly, then I get my workout in. Like I said, we're working on ourselves. So personal development, then I get my workout in. I drink my shake daily, and that's a dense dose of nutrition that I need to get my workout in and keep up with my kids. And then I write a post. I take my personal development and I sit down after my exercise and I think about how I'm feeling, how the workout made me feel, what I'm thinking about, what I'm stressing about for the day, or whatever it may be. And it's like journaling. You just get it all out. You just get it all out on the computer or on paper, however you want to do it, right? And then you post it, right? So you're sharing your journey with others. People start to see what you're doing, and little by little you're transforming not just your body, but like I said, your mind, your confidence is transforming, and people see that, and they start asking you what you're doing, and you feel so amazing that you tell them what you're doing. Right? It's really just as simple as that. After that point, you're running, you get them hooked up with a program that's best for them. So whether it is, a low impact program, or they want something like super intense, something that's 45 minutes, something that's 25 minutes, find out if it's fitness, nutrition, or they need a combination of both, and you hook them up with the best plan for them. And then you get them in our accountability groups, you guys, and then they are a member of our community. And then you start to see them making the changes. And that's really what it is. It's getting women to join our community, to pay the feeling forward so that they can feel as good as you feel. So that's basically what I do on a daily as a coach. I share my fitness journey with others, and when people reach out to me, I help them get started on their own fitness journey, and then they help somebody else.
And it really is as simple as that. You're just a good example for everyone. There's a lot of nutritional talk at my family gathering yesterday, being the 4th of July, and then me being the healthy one. They were all making jokes and stuff like that. And one of my uncles was like, "Hey, yeah, but you look like that. Look at us. Like, we need to." But for me, I'm set, even though they're making fun of me, I know that I'm setting that good example. And that's a lot of what this is, to motivate others, to encourage them, to let them know, hey, we're moms. Hey, we're busy. Hey, we're in over our heads and we're not sleeping, but we're still getting it done. And, you can make this your full-time business. Like for Leah, this is our full-time business. And then there's people who just run this as a side hustle. We have professionals that are anesthesiologists and lawyers, and they continue to use their career, and they run this as a side hustle because it's something that they love, and it's something that can be very lucrative if you put the time and the effort into it. And Beachbody doesn't guarantee any income to anyone. It's all dependent on your own efforts and consistency. But there is a possibility to make this a legacy that you can pass on to your family. So whether it be a way to make that car payment, or whether it be a way to grow a 6 or 7 figure income, the possibilities are endless. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about how we actually make money. And I'm going to simplify this because it can get a little icky. If you want to look at our compensation plan, I can get you access to that. But number one way we make money is commission. So I'm going to go ahead and just nip this in the bud right now, because a lot of you are going to say, I'm not a salesperson. I'm not a salesperson. Leah, are we salespeople?
Not salespeople.
Sell stuff, but no, when I think of a salesperson, I think of a car salesman, or like the guy selling Kirby vacuums.
I wouldn't even know how. I wouldn't even know how to be.
No, I know. I mean, we know very little about sales, but what we do know about is how to relate with people and how to give them the proper tools to make them happy and healthy. And we know that these tools work because we use them ourselves. So really, we're just sharing the total solution. And that is what we have here, you guys. We have accountability, we have nutrition, we have fitness, we have personal development, we have mindset, we have everything that you need to be successful, because it's not as simple, as much as I love math, as calories in, calories out. It's just not. We're human beings with complex emotions. And I think that we do a good job addressing that as coaches and as a community. So number one way we make money, commission. You sign somebody up with their total solution, you're going to make a commission off of that package. And in the beginning, that's where you make a lot of your money. And then as you grow your business and as you grow your team, you start to build residual income. And so, your volumes add up on a daily basis, and they cycle what are called just cycle bonuses. And so basically over time, as your customers build and as they continue to order, you're getting that residual income from them. And then again, you start to build teams, and their teams build teams, and that all adds up to volume underneath of you to get those cycling bonuses. Once you get a little further in your business, then you also have the possibility of quarterly bonuses, and those range anywhere from $800 to $50,000, depending on your rank. And so those are nice. I like getting my quarterly bonuses. I can't wait until they're more up in that $50,000 range, but I know that I'm going to have to work for it. And that's just another way to, earn income. So those top coaches who are getting those quarterly bonuses every quarter, they're making $200,000 on just their quarterly bonuses. So you could only imagine what kind of income potential is available behind those bonuses. And besides the commissions and the bonuses and all of that, this is your business and you should treat it as such. So everything that you use, my phone, my laptop, my notebooks, everything that I have here is a tax write-off. And for me, one of the biggest perks of this business, which has been thwarted because of our current situation, is the travel. Beachbody sent me to LA in February. I stayed downtown LA in a luxury high-rise. I hung out with super trainers and got amazing trainings. And I loved that. My husband and I got to go out there together. We tacked on a couple extra nights and made a great trip out of it. I was supposed to go to Punta Cana in March. That was canceled, but that was a trip that I earned through Beachbody that was taken care of. Next week, we should all be in New Orleans, or the week after that. But New Orleans got canceled as well. We have these yearly seminars that are just absolutely amazing. 20,000 of us worked out in the streets of Indianapolis last year as a group. And it's just so much fun to have such an amazing community of positivity, just like Leah said. Like it's not at a rock concert where some of the people are cool and some of the people are angry and some of the people are drunk. It's just like a whole big party of fun, positive people who are all just wanting to be the best version of themselves. So if you, like I said, if you want to know any more about the compensation plan, I can get you the details. I know that people who are a little bit more business oriented, they like to see that compensation plan. It gets them excited once they realize the potential that is actually there. But the longer that you were in this business, and as long as you can stay consistent, the more money that you will earn. So Leah's going to talk to you about how you get started as a coach, which is a great subject for her because Leah got started very, very well. She did a great job, kicked off her business very nicely, and earned her spot in the test group for our newest program, which is coming out next week, which is why this time right now is a great time to start your business, because we have this huge program that's launching, and why not launch your business with a program launch? So I'm going to let Leah tell you how to get started.
Genius. So the first thing you want to do as a brand new coach is, you guys, pick a program and go all in. Go all in with your nutrition, and go all in with every exercise that you do. Give it 100% and get amazing results, right? That's the first thing you want to do. Go all in, show up for yourself, okay? Then you want to start sharing on social media, what you're doing, a little clip of your workout here, some of your results here. And you guys, they don't all have to be scale victories. They can be how your pants are fitting. They can be, foods that you're no longer craving since you started eating clean, whatever it is, share it. Just share your journey. That's all you have to do. And then you're going to want to make a post telling everyone that you are open for business. You have decided to be a fitness and wellness coach, and you're just going to put it out there, right? And then you're going to just keep showing up daily for yourself on social media so people see that you're being consistent, right? You may not get a lot of, responses right away, because the key is showing up every single day. That's what people want to see. People don't watch you because they don't, you might fall off. They're waiting to see if you quit, right? That's what they're waiting to see. They're waiting to see if you quit on yourself. Don't quit on yourself. Keep going. And that's the beauty of this. I've said it before. It's like a twofer. You know what I mean? Like, you're working on yourself while you're inspiring others to work on their selves. So your job is, to work on yourself. And that's what a lot of people, in their career, they don't have time to do is, or they say they don't have time to do is exercise and eat well, whatever it is, they do, they just have to rearrange their daily schedules. And that's what you're here to show them. And you get to work on yourself at the same time. So you guys, everybody wants the secret, everybody wants the secret to health, to fitness, whatever it is. And we have that. We have all of the tools and resources that people need to get fit, to stay fit, to be healthy. And we just need to open a connection with others so that they are willing to receive it from us. And the great thing about this business is they give you all of the trainings that you need to grow your business. We have the trainings from the number one team in the company. We are part of the number one team in the whole entire country. You will have access to those trainings, and then you just plug and play, and you create whatever business you dreamed of. And I really, it's hard to express in words the feeling that it gives you when you start getting the messages from people that you have helped choose a fitness program. Like, I've lost 11 pounds. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for not giving up on me. Thank you so much for convincing me to do this. I have goosebumps right now. I don't know if you can see, just talking about it, because the feeling is it lets you know you found your purpose, and all you're doing is sharing your journey.
I know
Simple as that.
that part always like makes me sad. I was actually talking, my aunt and grandmother were just here a little bit ago, and we were talking about a family member who I've actually never even met in person. And I only have a relationship with her because I invited her to come join me on this fitness journey. And she gives me these messages that just like bring me to tears. And and she's a mom of 3 too. And her husband has a busy job too. And there's all of these things that we connect on. And like I said, she's a family by marriage, and she lives 12,000 or 1,200 miles away from me. And I've never met her. I might get to meet her next week, but like, we wouldn't have that. We wouldn't have that connection. Getting those messages, there's nothing better. And like Leah said, we have all of the tools to help our clients, but we also have all of the tools to help our coaches. And when you start this business, you're never going to be sitting there wondering, what should I do next? We have a daily tracker of things that you should be doing every day. And we always have more training, more knowledge coming your way. This is a team full of go-getters. This is a team full of engineers and nurse practitioners and stay-at-home moms and teachers and respiratory therapists and all of these people who just want to make the world a better place and also work on themselves as well. I had a Beachbody On Demand account before I started coaching. I didn't use it, you guys. I wasn't showing up either. And it wasn't until I made that commitment. And Leah, you talk about that all of the time. As women, we're givers. And it's not until we made that commitment to other people, where there were times in the beginning of my business where I didn't work out, and I was laying in bed and I was scrolling, and I saw all of my clients got their workout in, and I got out of bed and did my workout because I was like, I have to show up for them. They're showing up. And finally, after 2 years, I'm like, I'm showing up every day, but also this is part of my job too. So it makes it a little easier, right? I'm getting paid to show up. So that's nice. But that's what this opportunity does. I mean, it's a constant growth process. And I've grown a lot as a person these last 2 years. And I've gone and actively sought out ways to just get out of my comfort zone and to find those opportunities for growth. And it's so much more than just coaching, right? I mean, it's really just, for me, it's the dream life. That's no better way to put it than that. So we're excited to grow this gang of women. There are some things that hold people back from growing this business. It's hard for me to talk about that because I didn't ask anybody's permission. I didn't give it any thought. I was just like, I'm going to do this. And I messaged my coach and said, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm going to do it too. And I just jumped right in. And I didn't have anything that held me back. There wasn't anything. And in this entire business, I have failed and I failed and I failed. But the reason that I'm successful and that I'm now doing this full time is because I didn't give up. I just kept showing up, and I used every failure as an opportunity to learn and an opportunity to grow. My husband was not on board with me in the beginning, and I think that's a common story in this business. I think that a lot of people are skeptical. They think they don't know the difference between multi-level marketing and a pyramid scheme. And so we hear that term kind of thrown around a lot. But for me, I have prior knowledge of this business, and I know people who have had I know personally people who have had incredible success in this business. And so I knew it wasn't a scam because there were people that I've known my whole life and trusted that were doing this. And my husband came around. It took a little bit of time, but he saw what it was doing for me, and he saw that happiness in me. And when I asked to leave my job, he was like, yes, because I know how much happier you're going to be when you're doing this full time. you know, a lot of people worry about not having enough followers on social media, or, you know, what are people going to think, or what do I post? Leah, like, what concerns did you have when I first approached you about
Well,
coaching?
I had like the complete opposite experience than Christy, because I had been following a coach for 6 years, and every day for 6 years thought about coaching. And about the 4th year of me thinking about coaching, Christy messaged me. And I was like, yeah, I thought about it every day. And I was like, I'm still not ready. Then a year and a half later, I was like, okay, let me get in one of your challenge groups. And then 3 months into the challenge group, New Year's Eve to be exact, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to start coaching. And I just dove in 2 feet. It took me that long. And it was the self-confidence. That was my reservation, was my self-confidence, and what are people going to think? And then I just thought, well, honestly, who cares?
Amen. None of your
Like,
business what people think about you.
right? All I'm doing is bettering myself here. Like, you're watching me get in better shape. You're watching my self-confidence grow. You're watching me like eat healthier. You're seeing everything that I do. And the only money that I'm spending is on products that I'm using myself. And I'm growing a business in my free time instead of watching TV or scrolling through social media. And name one bad thing about that. There's nothing bad about that. So if somebody thinks negatively about that, then that's on them, and it really has nothing to do with me anyways. And you know what, honestly, nobody probably even thinks twice about it.
Right.
It's all in
People
your own
probably
head.
aren't thinking about us as much as we think that they're thinking about us.
Exactly.
So Leah, do you think that you have like a super exciting life that you get to portray on your, like, how, you know, because some people say, oh, my life is boring. I don't know. People don't want to watch that. What do you have to say about that? How exciting is your life?
Oh my God.
No, I just want to tell you guys, before Leah tells you what a bore she is, that she constantly gets compliments on how much people love watching her too. So you have to remember that.
You guys, I have like the most boring life on the planet, right? Again, I stay home with my 2 kids all day long. That's all I do. I make food. I get peed on at least twice a night. That's no joke, because my 2-year-old is not of course she's not potty trained, sleep trained. So she sleeps on top of me right here on my head, and every night I get peed on. Changing dirty diapers all day long is pretty much my thing. My children are never wearing pants. Maybe my life is not as boring as I think it is.
Yeah, see, but that's all you're doing. You're sharing real life, and people love that.
Exactly.
And then we put some music to it, and we shake our hips a little bit, and it's gold.
Right. Hey, yeah.
It's gold. You know, one of the struggles that I have had, and it's funny because most people have the opposite struggle. I get the people who think, oh, I'm not in good shape, I can't do this. I actually feel like it was a disadvantage to me that I only had like 10 or 15 pounds to lose, because people, and this is what they've said to me, don't want to see a skinny girl getting skinnier, Christy. And they don't. They want to see a real person. Not that I'm not a real person, but you know, I've been on this journey since my early 20s. Like, I've been playing this game for a while. So I've learned a lot. And you know, someone who's just getting started probably has a little bit more weight to lose, and you guys, that's golden. Show up at your worst. Show them you at your lowest. Show them you not feeling confident, not feeling sexy, feeling a little depressed, and show them how to get out of it. Okay? Take them along that journey with you, and that is where you can make that connection. And you know, for me, it's the moms that have got the young ones that aren't sleeping, that, you know, they don't have the time and the energy to take care of themselves. Like, those are the people that I connect with, because that's where I was during this business. Like, I was looking for anything to change my life because I couldn't keep going the way that I was going. And you'll meet your people too, you know, and your people might not look like my people, and my people aren't going to look like Leah's people. But you really do come into this business, and eventually it's amazing to know that there's actually people out there like you. They're weird, but they're there, right? So, you know, whatever limiting belief that you might have, whatever is holding you back is probably just a story that you're telling yourself that you should just take a look at, you know, discover that, sit with it for a while, and question, you know, why do I feel this way, and could it be different than I actually think? And if you have anything that's holding you back that you want to discuss with Leah and I, please do, because it's likely that we've had that thought, or that we know of someone who's had that thought. But this opportunity, you know, you make your initial investment and you get what you pay for, right? You get your year of Beachbody on Demand, you get your shakes, you get stuff that you're going to use. So you're not out anything. You have a 30-day money back guarantee, and you have the opportunity to change your life for the better. But the best part is you get to pay that forward to other people and change their lives and change their families' lives. And you never know where that ripple effect will take those people that you meet and those people that you touch. And that is a beautiful thing. So I want to say thank you guys for taking the time to listen to the Christy and Leah show. We you know, we both,
I feel like that should be a real thing.
I know, I'm like, podcast, like,
Right?
podcast. Yeah, we'll definitely have to discuss that. But we appreciate you
I
taking
agree.
the time to learn more about coaching, and please reach out to the coach who invited you to this webinar, and ask questions, get curious, and just think about where you want to be in your life and how you're going to get there. And for me, I wanted to be home, I wanted to travel, and I wanted to be healthy. And this is what got me there. So thank you guys so much.